Alright, hello guys, welcome to the Rye 5 where we review and rank our top 5 of whatever the hell I want. I'm your host, Rye Snide. I'm joined today with...
Hey folks, it's Corey the Curator here.
Alright, how you been doing here lately, man?
Good. Just been cooped up here in Snide Studios in Orlando, Florida, and we're Shoutway, Virginia, and we're I've been working on some more upgrades and what have you, and I'm excited. Working on just the one shot today, folks. Unfortunately couldn't get the 2 cameras set up, but hopefully next episode we'll have that. So what are we getting into today? What's on the 5 menu today?
So today I brought you in here to something pretty important to me as far as, you wake up Saturday morning when you're a kid and you got some cartoons or some video games to play. And so I'm talking about cereal today.
Breakfast cereals.
Breakfast.
American cereals. Got to specify, folks. In America, cereal is something very different.
So what are you hinting at?
Internationally, cereals are like oatmeal. Oatmeal
Okay.
is like oatmeal, cream of wheat, stuff like that. It's kind of considered cereal. In America, we all fucked up on corn syrup and sugar, so we our breakfast cereals are made to get you going. It's energy in a bowl. It's
Okay.
I was looking up. Most breakfast cereals are 30% sugar.
Wow.
30%
Okay.
sugar, and most of them are like less than 5 grams of protein, which you want at least 9 grams of protein.
Especially for you hear like the most important meal of the day is breakfast. So
the most important meal of the day is sugar.
or I mean you got some of the healthier.
I'm telling
breakfast.
you, brother. I know one's on your 5, and in our generation, it was kind of revered as the more. But dude, it's crazy. I mean, but let's get it straight here, folks. Nostalgia, childhood cereals were breakfast. At our age, cereal ain't breakfast. Cereal's
like
dessert.
a dessert midnight snack.
It's 11. I had dinner at 5. I'm under the influence of multiple things. What am I gonna eat? I can pour cereal in a bowl
and throw some milk in it.
Throw
and
some
you're
milk
good to
in
go.
it. Yeah, you got a meal.
So in no particular order today.
I got a little bit of an order.
You got a little
bit. But.
Okay. Yeah. So I would
bit.
say we're gonna count from 5 down. How we do here. So
How we do it around.
so number 5 I've got here, which I'm sure packed full of sugar. But Frosted Flakes is number 5.
Frosted Flakes is number 5. Frosted Flakes for me, I don't know why, but I always thought of it as it was the jock cereal. I don't know why.
Frosted Flakes? Okay. So are you saying the nerdier side of it is more of Corn Flakes? Is that
Well, Corn Flakes is I'm taking it easy today. You know what I'm saying? I'd say the nerd cereals were the more fantasy themed cereals. I'd say Pebbles is a nerd cereal.
Really?
This is
Okay.
totally based on my bullshit. My bullshit 8-year-old brain that was making sense of the universe. I think it was just all the commercials were you go to play soccer with Tony the Tiger.
Yeah.
You get your tracksuit on, eat your Frosted Flakes.
Okay, I see.
All the cereals and marketing. And I just, even though it was tasty, as a kid, for some reason, I just had this negative
Grimace,
association with it.
You got this
It was
grimace.
stupid. It was stupid.
So what is your 5? Number 5.
Number 5. Okay. Mine is similarly just a sugary kind of bland thing. Again, it's probably on here just because of the association. Pops.
Okay.
Pops is my number 5 because it always made me think of popcorn. Corn Pops, popcorn. I think that's kind of what they were going for. It had a buttery taste to it.
Kind of, yeah.
So-
It was, and so I get Okay, Pops. Yeah, I know what you're talking. So the only time that I really had Pops was more of when you. I don't know if you know the multi-pack of box cereal.
Yes. Oh, they were a staple at the Snide house growing up. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I remember we always had the multi packs of the cereal,
Mm-hmm.
and we had the multi packs of the chips. Remember?
Yeah,
There was always
yeah.
like the multi packs of the chips.
So I actually am one of the we buy that in our house, but it's more for lunches, because we got a couple of people that work and stuff like that. So it more grab your bag,
Yeah.
for your lunch or whatever. So, but Pops is one of the ones that I only really ate at that like that.
That was
that
the only
was,
time you had Pops. Was
I mean,
in
I
multi-pack?
maybe have had one box, maybe a couple boxes, but so that one. So you got anything else to add?
I mean, like the it was a close run between like Pops and some of the ones that more French Toast Crunch is down there a little bit.
Is that more? That's a nostalgia one, right?
There's
they
a
used
few
to
on here.
have-
My number 4 is definitely a nostalgia pick. You're gonna be like, whoa.
Okay.
But yeah, but in the close runnings for 5, I like Kix too. I liked sort of the milder. For some reason, they tasted milder, even though you look at the sugar content, it's like the same shit. But
Yeah. Kix was that was one for some reason that I would find myself sometimes eating at school.
yeah,
Yeah. So they didn't have the more
'cause they
sugary.
had the little box. Yeah.
So
What was your number 4?
So number 4 for me is a very it's so good. Probably not good for you. Now they've got the new item out that you can buy. It's just the dust of
Are you serious?
Cinnamon
which one
Toast Crunch.
Are you serious?
You
They
can-
sell the dust.
Just in like one of those seasoning, I'm talking about seasoned salt, like the
Okay.
pack,
Interesting.
or like
That makes
a
sense. You throw
plastic
it on a-
jar.
Throw it on a
Some
cookie or
toast,
something.
some toast is what I was thinking of. Throw it on some throw
could
some
see that,
butter on a
some
toast, butter on
legit-
toast.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or-
What I thought was funny was you had Cinnamon Toast Crunch, right?
Mhm.
Which was basically like a French toast, but that wasn't enough for people. They had to do straight up French Toast Crunch. Remember, it looked like little slices
French
of
toast.
bread.
Yeah.
And that dropped. You were probably too young to remember, but I remember when that dropped.
So
remember.
I don't remember when
Disney
that
Channel
dropped, but they
commercials.
brought that back like 2 or 3 years ago.
It had gone away.
It
See, this is
did.
how far out of this.
It discontinued it like years ago, and it was
Wow.
actually a big like
like a meme.
rage coming back.
I can
Like
see
it
that.
was like all those kids that grew up, like eating it, and
I fell out of cereal around like 16, 17 because I started to be like I couldn't get the appetite for like cold things when I first wake up. When I first wake up, I gotta have something warm.
Warm?
something
Okay.
hot, something to.
some oatmeal, something like that, or grits, or
The staple around this night house these days is I get like either a bagel when I'm feeling real good about myself.
okay.
Usually toast though, like some whole wheat toast, and I put
Whole wheat toast.
I
okay.
put like I microwave an egg in a bowl, and then I put cheese on that. Put that on the toast.
Okay.
Sometimes tomato slices if they're there, but
That's a nice breakfast.
yeah,
But,
I just
so
can't.
just one thing I do want to do here. So what were you sipping on?
Oh, I had some vodka cranberry, some cranberry mango juice through some vodka in there. It's really good. It's really good. It's like
Nice.
like a foo drink.
So and then I got here.
What you got here?
So it's a vanilla porter.
Vanilla porter.
So porters I know are a little heavier. They normally have something
Mm.
sweetened with it, like
Oh.
this one vanilla, obviously. So it's sweetened with
Can you
vanilla.
taste the vanilla?
A little bit. You can taste more of like a bean, like a vanilla bean instead of like
Fascinating.
vanilla.
That makes sense.
And then this was brewed in Colorado, Breckenridge Brewery.
Mm.
Really good. I actually find it. I found it in one of those pick sixes that you can
You
get.
love those pick sixes.
They're nice.
Speaking of variety packs.
It's the best. Right. It's just best like if you don't want to, like if you don't want to commit to one beer for a whole 6.
Thank you, brother.
Yeah.
I think it's also important when you're like figuring out your tastes and you're trying to like refine your palate and find more things that you like, because you, like you said, you may not want to go all in on one thing, but you want to try this, and
100%. It's the best way to try it, especially when you're, no problem. Got the bottle opener on the keys. It's very essential.
It's like a Boy Scout. Something solid. Is that ice?
Was it that cold? So there's an angry
my
orchard.
mustache hairs. My mustache hairs. It's
Oh,
getting over. I
right.
gotta trim that shit.
So yeah, number 4, Cinnamon Toast Crunch. That's a solid cereal. So what do you got at number 4?
Number 4. Oh, that was the. Wait, what was my number 5?
So your number 5 was Pops.
That was my number 5. That was my. Okay, so number 4, we're getting into sort of. It's nostalgia and it's weird. That's the two alternative. There's things that you like because of the taste. There's things you like because of the nostalgia, and then there's things you like just because, like, wow, that's special. So it's a little bit of both. Again, I remember when it dropped, and I'm hoping you remember when this dropped too, because it was big in our house. Because I remember our dad was like, fucking. Like dumbstruck that the cereal came out.
Okay, I'm excited to hear this.
S'mores with a Z.
S'mores. Okay.
S'mores with a Z.
I do remember that one.
Do you remember when it came out?
I think I do.
We got like 3 boxes for some reason.
So I guess fan of s'mores,
I guess you never would think Dad was like a s'mores guy, but he's one of those guys. He'll come out of the woodwork with some shit that he likes, and you're like, really, you like that?
Yeah, he really does get me with that. So one of the just an honorable mention, just mentioning things with that Dad, and I remember them buying in the house. It was a little after you had moved out, so I don't know if you remember it or not. But Crave, do you remember that cereal?
Yes, and they had their own version of s'mores, which is ew. It's not the s'mores. Yeah, Crave cereal. I don't know who the fuck put the money into that marketing.
I don't know.
You know what I'm saying? Like, Crave came out of nowhere, and there was this huge marketing push, and you're like, and it was Kellogg, but they're like, here's the healthy versions of
Simply
other
K.
popular shit.
Yeah.
And Crave is just, well, it was marketed as like, do you like chocolate cereals and healthy, and you're trying to be healthy? Or are you an adult that likes chocolatey cereals? Here you go. That's kind of the marketing. But you look at the nutrition facts, it's the same fucking shit. It's the same damn shit.
Thing. Yeah,
I don't know what was so special
the thing
about
that got
Crave.
me with Crave though is that the chocolate was tiny bars of chocolate. It was too much.
That was part of their thing. It's to give it that illusion that it's better quality.
Real. It's real.
Yeah, it's like this ain't chocolate dusted oats. This is little bars of chocolate. I tried Crave. It's gross. I don't know why.
It wasn't that bad.
I don't know why. I just
couldn't eat a whole bowl.
I put Crave in the same bucket as Grape Nuts, where I'm like, what is this? I don't know. You remember Grape Nuts?
Yeah. I was. Yeah, that one.
It was gross. I don't know why. I just kind of put it in that category of just gross, healthy. Don't trick me. Look, if I'm gonna get some shitty cereal,
yeah, that's the thing. And my thing with cereal is it, and things that are on these lists. I've got to be able to eat a whole bowl of it. I can't sit down, eat it, and then leave. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So number 3 on my list, and this one, talking about nerdy cereals, Cocoa Pebbles. Cocoa Pebbles is number 3 for me, because you get the treat afterwards, and me,
chocolate milk.
Chocolate
milk. This motherfucker can kill some chocolate milk.
I haven't had a cup.
He'll kill some chocolate milk like there's a bounty on it.
It's got to be one of those things, kind of like with orange juice for me. I can't sip on it. I can't. I have to drink it. It can't get warm. Yeah. It cannot get warm.
Warm chocolate milk. That's almost as gross as warm beer. It's just like,
Well, some beers for me I can drink. Like
can drink warm.
I can't like it's not. I'd rather have it cold.
Supposedly dark ones, like in fucking the motherland, Scotland, like
Yeah.
they'll fucking drink hot, and it's like, ugh.
Yeah, the Virginia Draft of the Bold Rock I can drink warm.
See, but that's like apple juice.
100%.
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
so
I could definitely
yeah,
see why
I
you-
couldn't do like Heineken or nothing like that. Like,
because
ooh.
it just brings out that like ammonia quality. That's
Yeah.
just, like, nasty. But
So
I
Cocoa.
want to honorable mention real quick. Tricks. I liked
Tricks.
their
kids?
yeah. I liked OG Tricks. I don't
Yeah.
know why, like the machine broke that made the different shapes or whatever.
Yeah. Like, didn't they have like bananas or something?
Yeah,
on
well,
it?
all the fruits would taste like the same fruits, right? And what I always liked about Trix was like it was super citrusy. It was like a
was,
very
yeah.
citrusy, but it'd be like in the shape of fruits that it doesn't taste like. And also, it did that same thing that I think a lot of candies also used to get away with, where it looks like where it looks like different shit, like it's different colors and shit.
yeah.
You think it's different flavors, but it's all the same flavor. And I've heard
Yeah.
people make that claim about Starburst. I don't agree with that. I don't agree.
M&M's.
M&M's definitely did that. You'd be like, "Ooh, this," like as a little kid, you're like, "The green one tastes. Do you think it's more like mint or more like green apple?" It's like, dude,
No. It's all chocolate.
That's
Like,
all
it's
just
all
a little
sugar.
on the outside of the chocolate. Yeah. I just wanted to mention them. I always they didn't make the cut though because I liked the yogurt better than I liked the cereal. You know.
So,
So they're just on there because they're another staple.
you
Another
know my
staple.
tricks.
Tricks. For kids.
Yogurt.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
They used to make like this yogurt
the
that was
cup?
basically candy. Yeah.
The cup. Oh,
and it
my
had two
gosh.
different colors, and like you,
Oh
some
my god.
the OCD kids like me would try to eat like the one color before the other
size.
color.
Oh
It's
my.
like, it's the same
And
flavor. You
then
can mix it up. Doesn't give a
Talk
shit.
about the opposite. For me, I was like, fuck
Just
it.
immediately, you piece of.
Then it make
How
a weird.
dare you.
It make a weird like color. Like
Yeah,
it was
it
like
would look like
brown
brown.
yogurt.
You did. I could see 10-year-old Ryan. He gets ooh. Yeah.
Hot.
Just like just you ruin it
Gross
and you're like,
now.
I'm not gonna eat this. Mom be like, Ryan,
I
you
can't
didn't
believe-
eat your yogurt.
You ruined that whole yogurt. So going back,
It's gross.
bring it right back.
Yeah, all right. Cereals.
Cocoa
Cereals.
Pebbles. Cocoa Pebbles were
Cocoa
so
Pebbles.
good. So
Is this
And
an
I will
honorable mention?
say-
This official pick.
this is my number 3.
I'm seeing a trend here. The
Are you?
chocolatey cereals.
For
You
me?
like the chocolatey cereals, don't you?
For me? This
For
is
you. You like
wait.
the chocolatey cereal. You like Cocoa
Wait.
Pebbles, now Cocoa Puffs.
no.
Just give him the cocoa. He's cuckoo for cocoa over
This
here.
is my first chocolate cereal. So
I thought Pebbles. What about the Cocoa Pebbles?
no Pebbles. No. So no. What I was gonna say. So I will say that Cocoa Pebbles is like so much better than its counterpart. Like Puffs, I think Pebbles are better than Puffs.
But you don't, but are Puffs on the list?
Absolutely not.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So that one.
Ryan's teaching a class this upcoming fall on
cereal.
Pebbles versus Puffs, theory.
Yeah.
The Puffs, they deceive you because they look crunchy, and then you go to bite it, but it's soggy.
Yeah,
It looks
yeah,
crunchy.
yeah, exactly. But I feel like just I don't know why the Pebbles are better, and to me they're better than the Fruity Pebbles. So what?
Blasphemous.
So
I was more.
you're a Fruity Pebbles guy?
I was more just a fruity cereal. Most of these are kind of fruity, for the most part, like
Fruity
me.
and-
You know,
yeah.
not totally fruit, but.
So what is
the-
your number 3?
My number 3. Okay, I mentioned Pops. Wait, what was my number 4?
Your number 4 was Trix.
No, my number 4 was S'mores. Tricks, I was just mentioning
That's
while we were
right.
on the subject
That's
of
right.
nostalgia. So my number 3, my official number 3, and this is not just nostalgia. Actually, when I was a kid, I didn't like it very much, but it's one of the few sugary cereals I've had like as an adult that I'm like, this holds up. This is still how I remember. Apple Jacks.
That was gonna be one of my honorable mentions because Apple Jacks
It's
are
the cinnamon. I loved the extremely offensive
commercials.
cinnamon
Apple.
appropriating Rastafarian culture for their weird little cinnamon. There was a shitty apple who hated everybody, and then
True.
the cinnamon comes in and is like, "Hey man, take a puff of this, you'll be all right." And they,
Totally. I didn't even obviously when I was a kid. When I was a kid, I never put it together. But yeah, that
you look at
that-
those commercials.
I was gonna say the commercials could almost make a spot just for like they were super like nostalgic and
Yeah.
very staple. Like
yes,
like they are
you
like
couldn't go one day at Disney Channel without.
seeing them like, and I remember they were always on the move. I don't know why they were always on the
It
move.
was like a constant movement and a lot. Well, on the subject of like manipulating the masses of kids, like that like to raise the frame per second or whatever, and then constant action like that keeps a kid involved. It's like, oh, there's a story, there's action, there's shit happening. I'm paying attention. You know?
yeah,
And it's
100%.
a
Yeah.
skateboarding racist caricature.
I mean, that's truly like
You're to
I feel like
infect
how
your
it is.
brain with Applejack. I also remembered there was this weirdly like philosophical commercial when they stopped doing the weird caricature thing. They moved on to like, I don't know what it had to do with Applejacks, but there were like some kids like talking about like, why is the blackboard green? Why do you park in the driveway and drive on the parkway? And as like a 12-year-old, like that woke me up. That woke me
I am woke now.
I wasn't woke AF yet, but I was. It shook me.
But it was a waking up experience.
it was a waking. Yeah. No. I mean, as marketing aside, though, you taste it. It's good. It's
Yeah,
good-
yeah. So
good
Applejacks
Applejacks.
was not
Cut up an actual apple, throw it in the Applejacks. That'll change you. Just
Ooh, okay.
half an apple. Just
throw some brown sugar on it. If you
if
need.
if you need. I mean,
So moving. So number 2 for me, probably my healthiest cereal that's on the list, and I'm gonna have to divulge something to you on this pick. So Raisin Bran.
Yeah.
Hear me out.
you got me.
Take a box of red Sun-Made raisins, could be the generic.
Mm-hmm.
Dump it in there. Extra raisins.
To go for the 3 scoops of raisins.
Yes.
Go for the 3 scoops.
So just one box, but
Also, that brand, again, it was on the list of like most sugary cereals.
really,
Yeah, and it's because they made bran tasty. You know, like
You're
how could-
right.
You know what
but
I'm
I
saying?
can't eat bran on its own.
Mm-mm.
I have to have. That's why I guess 3 scoops of raisins.
Yeah, yeah.
But you
and
also
the
got to
raisins
think
they
these
put in
bowls
there.
of cereal are not normal bowls. You know, I have to. You know.
Get the bowl that's for mixing like
Oh my god,
cakes.
I've done it
and-
before.
I've done it.
But the the small one, you know, but only one, because in my theory is you have to, like, you don't want to, if you don't want to go back for a second, you don't want to go back for a second bowl, so I'll kill it in one, you know. That's why you don't do the small bowl of cereal. Like, that's not
Although there have been nights, a long time ago, I stopped doing this. Kevin Smith used to do a really funny bit about this, and I'm about to hack it up. But you get caught in this cycle where you get down to the bottom of the bowl. There's still milk.
Mm,
I'm gonna throw a little cereal in there.
okay.
Throw a little cereal to use the last of the milk. But now it's too dry, so I'm gonna go get some milk. To put on. You know, and then you get caught in this cycle where it's like
Wait, how much cereal?
I
have
ate
eaten?
half a box of cereal, and it's just like
Whoa. Yeah, there's a certain point. I feel like there's a certain cutoff that like you reach, and you're like, I cannot eat one more pebble.
Although you do the milk efficiently because you woke up and you're like, no, this is now a drink. This is now a
100%.
palate cleanser.
And depends. Exactly. So like, Cocoa Pebbles probably the best milk, but we're about to move. So my number 1 is my real number 1, but what is your number 2?
Oh, my number 2. Got to bring in. This is another weird special cereal. Not super nostalgic because when I was a kid, I didn't. For some reason, I just didn't care for them. Even though I was a huge Halloween kid, as an adult, I rediscovered Boo Berries.
Boo Berries. Okay.
Yeah, Boo Berries, the only like blueberry cereal, I think. You know?
Yeah, so I had that one. They have marshmallows in that one,
They
right?
got little marshmallow ghosts. Little marshmallow
Ghosts,
ghosts.
okay.
And their mascot is like this bluesy ghost, like this
And I
the
think
ghost of a blues musician.
it was a blue ghost. Yeah.
It was a blue ghost, and it was like he was the ghost of a blues musician. They were really, really
got-
sticking it to that.
Because you
know,
got
blue.
that one, Frankenberry.
Frankenberry, who was like the fruity. I mean, and that's what's weird about Frankenberry. I don't know why no one's calling it out, but you know, it's the fruity one, right? It's
Mhm.
like,
Yeah.
and you look at that, you look at the mascot.
Ooh.
It's a bit of a caricature of itself. I'm not.
Ooh.
I didn't make it. I didn't invent Frankenberry.
Is he making assumptions?
No, I'm connecting dots. I'm connecting
Connecting
dots on problematic
Is
shit.
that Kellogg? Was it Kellogg?
I don't know. I want to say
It's not General
Post-
Mills, right?
Post
Ooh.
whatever. What I can't remember how all that works.
There's a
Kellogg's
So
is always just the boring
wasn't there another? There was a third one.
General Mills and
No,
Post
what-
something.
What was
They also
the
had
third?
the fun website with games and stuff.
They did. Yeah, I do remember that. So what was the third? There was a third
Kellogg's,
Halloween.
General Mi- Oh, Count Chocula.
Count Chocula.
Count
That's
Chocula.
right. I think out of all of them, Boo Berry's probably the best one.
Yeah, best
Um,
tasty and the most original because the Frankenberry or whatever is the fruity Frankenberry is a riff. It's they're stealing like Fruit Loops, like that kind of.
Yeah, exactly.
And then Boo Berry's kind of doing a similar thing, but Boo Berry's is really super original because no one just said, "Hey, let's just do blue."
yeah,
Count
yeah.
Chocula is like this is like every other fucking chocolate cereal.
True, yeah.
but it's shaped in bats.
Yeah, so they did. So that was a playoff of it. I don't know which one came first, but they had chocolate Lucky Charms at some point.
That's one of those recent, like, let's get weird kind
Yeah,
of things. And I'm going to get into that in a little bit.
Okay,
Get into that a
so
little bit.
so that was your number 2. So Boo Berry.
Boo Berries was my number 2 of
You
all
ready?
time.
Are you ready for my number 1?
Ooh, yeah.
You gonna-
I was born ready.
Would you drum roll,
Ryan's-
please?
Rice Nights, number 1 cereal of all time.
So going off of nostalgia, I remember seeing it a lot in the house as a kid, but as an adult, I've gotten back into it. And I don't know what it is about them, and they're better, smaller. So mini wheats.
Mini wheats. I've gone through phases with the wheats.
Yeah. So,
yeah.
but they're better, smaller. You know what I mean? Like they're
the mini
mini wheats.
Yeah,
mini
yeah.
bites or whatever it's. Yeah, I think
Yeah.
it's mini bites.
Okay.
It's just so the icing, whatever they put on the top
that
of
icing.
it.
Yeah, have you ever just like licked one of the icing things? It is straight up like icing.
Yeah, but it mixes with the milk so well.
Yes, it makes that good sugary milk.
Yeah.
and that makes the
And talk about
the
the
fiber.
after treat, drink the rest of it.
Exactly. And it may be super sweet, but I would say they are on the end of like having a higher fiber count because
Yeah,
basically
'cause I
they're
think-
like, let's make cream of wheat appetizing. That's what their whole thing was like,
Yeah,
this is
yeah.
cream of wheat, but it's not your mom's cream of wheat. You know?
And talk about commercials. Do you remember the mini wheat commercials?
What were the mini wheat commercials?
It was like the little guy with arms running around.
Someone's trying to eat them or something.
Yeah, I think that's probably what it was. It was like the last one that made it, or
I can't
something.
conjure a specific image, but I do remember them, and I remember it being one of those incessant commercials, like it would just constantly be playing. Yeah, that's a surprising. I think this is like a real twist.
Really?
Real twist for number 1.
That's
you look at your track record.
Yeah, that one and Raisin Bran. So I felt
Raisin
like the
Bran.
most.
When you said
sugary-
Raisin Bran, that does make it more sense. You can get it into more of the blander kind of.
Yeah, but some of them like I don't really understand. The rice shacks and all that stuff. Whatever.
Mm.
That. So you got some honorable mentions, or what's your number 1?
Well, I'm going to throw a couple honorable mentions in there. I do love Rice Krispies.
Yes.
I mean, I think I could eat just the Rice Krispies on their own, but
add
I
a
wanted
tad bit
it-
of sugar.
yeah. I mean, sometimes just plain, like,
That crackle.
yeah. I mean, there's something about that rice, but again, as being an adult, like, it kind of became more like, I'm buying a box of air. Like, I'm just,
Yeah.
I might as well just throw some rice in my Instant Pot and just make some rice and eat rice for breakfast, like sugary rice or whatever. In Japan they got like sweet rice and stuff like that.
Yeah,
you know?
Japan over there, they treat rice like we do eggs. Like,
That's so
almost.
true. That's such a good
Yeah.
point. Yeah, just put it in everything. Let's see. Also I got a little factoid here.
Okay.
Aside from my number one pick, this is the most sugary cereal of all times, and I'm surprised that it's not on yours. I know it would have been on Dad's. Honey Smacks.
Wow. Okay.
Honey Smacks.
I
that
didn't even-
nutty. It's super nutty, like, but sweet, kind of like.
I didn't even think about Honey Smacks.
I'm surprised because when you were like a kid, I
Shouts
remember that
out.
being your bit. Yeah, shouts out to
Shouts
Honey
out
Smacks,
to
but
Honey
they
Smacks.
are
that green frog.
That frog was fun. That
Yeah.
he was just fun. Like, I don't know how many times I would get a bowl 'cause I'm like that frog, and I get halfway through, I'm like, I don't like this. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Talk about the after treat.
It's
Honey
kinda-
Smacks has like a great milk afterwards.
yeah, I don't know how they get that nutty flavor like in there, and it's not nutty like Honey Nut Cheerios. It's
Nah.
like someone poured some almonds in this or some shit, but
100%.
they are 60% sugar. Isn't that crazy? Because when we were kids, it was also kind of like seen as like, oh, this is like a slightly more healthy. It tastes
Yeah.
like nuts. It must
honey.
be healthy.
Yeah, it's got honey. Like,
And
yeah, it's natural.
less than 2 grams of fiber and 2 grams of protein.
Wow.
So this is shit. You're eating shit. You're eating
Sugar. You were
Yeah.
eating sugar.
60%. And I'm like, how do you even taste anything?
Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
100%.
So that was just my little like factoid in
Honey
there, kind of to
Smacks.
button the end of my tirade about unhealthy sugars before unveiling
You're number
my
one.
number one, which is the second most unhealthy cereal of all time, the Lucky Charms.
I
The Lucky
Lucky
Charms.
Charms.
As
wow.
being a fantasy nerd kid, like, what's not to, it's
Lucky
sugary.
Charms.
You got some runes in there. You got some, like, occult type shit in there. I mean, like, what's
100%.
weird is they did, like, let's take a bunch of occult shit, make it real cartoony, and put it in a
Put
in a
it, yeah, and
cereal.
you got a
It's like-
green.
and then another
leprechaun.
problematic character that they haven't given up, I guess because at some point in the 20th century, they're like, all right, Scott-Irish people, you're white. That's all right. But we get to make fun of you leprechauns. We'll let you into the WASP club, but
Wow.
you
Yeah.
you better not, like say anything about our little top-hatted friend. I don't know why, like that's still like cool, but I mean I'm not complaining. I mean,
Right,
I
right,
I
right.
just think it's strange.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
So Lucky Charms for me,
Lucky
I
Charms.
never really.
It was never your bag.
The marshmallows is about the only thing that I really liked. Like the
You don't like the oats in it?
oats is so bland. Like it is probably more bland than it's
You
about
gonna
on
be
kicks.
some Raisin Bran. You gonna be on some Raisin Bran and be like, eh.
but the raisins, like I
Yeah.
guess the raisins really balance it. But like
But I will give you this: the marshmallows don't balance the oats out
At all.
I mean, like you get mostly oats with like a marshmallow. Another crazy crackhead idea they did, remember, was they
the
sold
bag,
just the marshmallow.
the bag of just the marshmallows. Like
what crackhead is like? Hey, let's
just
just give our kids.
and then they made it like a snack.
yeah,
like
they
like
made
a
it cool.
bag
They
of
made it
dry
like
mar-
a
like
normal thing. It's
um,
like, no.
But you got any other? I'm trying to think.
Yeah, I
of
got
any-
some other weird things. You remember? Okay, so I just want to comment on the crackheads really took control of the cereal industry with things like banana pudding. Remember the banana pudding Nilla wafer cereal? I wanted to
Cereal?
try it, but by the time I got the, all right, I'll try it, they were gone.
I don't
Cinnabon
remember.
cereal.
I remember that
You've seen
one.
Cinnabon cereal?
I haven't
Let's take the
had
most
it.
unhealthy item in
So-
the universe, the fucking Cinnabon, and let's make it a cereal. you
Yeah,
know?
that I
Willy Wonka took control of the cereal industry
real
at some
fast.
point.
Do you remember? And it was one of those that they had years ago. They discontinued it, but brought it back for a little bit. Oreos.
The Oreo cereal, that was at the same time as the S'mores with a Z cereal,
Okay.
and I remember Dad also being like, "What?"
He
brought
like
this
a
into
bag
the
of
house.
Oreos, like
yeah, he brought it into the
um,
house, but they didn't taste like Oreos
at all.
They
But
kind of tasted like, all you could taste was like the kind of hydrogenated quality. Of
yeah,
it, like-
because it had like a speck of white on it. It's like,
Yeah, it
is
was like
that
a
the
little-
marshmallow, or
a
is
little-
that the cream?
It's supposed to be, I guess, but like you didn't really taste that. I guess the milk was kind of supposed to be the, but yeah, it was another weird. One that stuck was Reese Puffs.
Reese Puffs,
That stuck.
peanut
That was
butter
a
chocolate
weird,
flavor.
That was a weird experiment, like one of those experimental cereals.
Yeah,
It stuck. It
stuck.
never went away. They
Talk
took
about earworm
French toast
commercials.
away, but they didn't.
But
I know
they-
Reese Puff.
Yeah.
Puff. Like I hear it in my dreams sometimes.
Yeah, 100%. So that one, that one's not bad. It
It's not
really,
bad. It's not bad.
it's one of those that I have to like. If you pour that in a bowl, put some milk in it, I have to disassociate that it's not dog food. Like, like you know what I'm saying? Like,
it looks like kibbles.
like
You motherfuckers are eating sugary kibbles.
I'm gonna take my dog and like we're gonna eat the bowl of cereal together. Like,
Uh-oh, me and Andy got our breakfast mixed up today. Guess I gotta finish it. She's
I already got
eating
the
it, like,
milk,
smacking
like,
her lips like,
bleh.
oh, fuck, and I'm just...
so Reese Puffs. That's
Reese
a
Puffs.
shout out to like Reese Puffs. Like, but it's a solid like.
It's not bad. I had it as a kid.
I
a
wouldn't eat
couple
it
times.
today. Like
No, I
probably,
probably
maybe once like every like
Just for,
3
like,
years.
I didn't mean it
And
doesn't taste like
I'm
Reese's.
taking a
Like, it
shooter
doesn't-
glass and I'm putting 2 kibbles in it. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
like
That'd be a
I'm-
good prank.
like
That'd be a good prank. Like bookmark this one. Bookmark this one,
totally
guys, 'cause
take this one. April Fools. I got take your kid, bowl, take a bowl of kibbles, and you're like, here's your Reese Puffs. Like,
Get one of our nephews and just traumatize them with like a bowl of dog food. Like,
here's your Reese Puff.
that's fucked up.
No, yeah, I wouldn't. But as a kid, like I'd take a bowl and I'm like, is that like, is this dog food? But do you have any more?
Oh, this whole time I thought this said Reese's. It says Pebbles. I jotted this down real quick. Just one more. One of the weird experimental cereals that I am curious now about when I was doing my research is Hershey's and Cream. The Hershey's
Okay.
the cookies and cream cereal. They did it.
I never had
I
that
love
one.
how like the '90s joke, like the Jerry Seinfeld era joke was, "What's up with all these sugary cereals? You might as well be serving a bowl of candy." And now they're like, "Let's take candy and turn it into cereal."
But like, what if we did take
Yeah, what if-
Hershey's
what if we did
cookies and
that?
cream?
Yeah.
But
Yes.
one more honorable mention that I like, and it's more of an underdog cereal. I feel like Golden Grams.
Golden Grams. I thought about them.
Never.
Just kept
Yeah.
moving on. I mean, it's one of those things. It's in the same league as like Cinnamon Toast Crunch, French
Yeah.
Toast Crunch. Like it's the same.
But I
It's the
feel like
same
it's a little. I feel like it doesn't have that cinnamon. It's just like a.
It's a lesser, I think, cinnamon, but
Yeah.
it's more honey. I think
Yeah,
that's the thing.
honey
it's more
or-
of a
yeah.
honey thing. It's good.
Yeah,
It's
it's
good.
it's not bad.
It's good.
You think we can end cereals there?
I think we talked about all the cereals I can think of. I mean, like, there's again all the. Oh, I was going to mention Lucky Charms. They did a fruity run. I got I got it because there was a unicorn on the box. It was all right.
How was it? It was alright.
It was like Frankenberry. It was
But,
like Frankenberry.
yeah,
with the
yeah.
leprechaun on
I
the
don't
box.
think I ever had that one, but All right, well, I guess that's all we got here today for the Serial Rye 5. You know, that was a good one. Thanks for joining us today, and if you would like, please add your 5 below, and in the comments, make sure you like and subscribe on the channel here, and check out the Snide Show as well. And if you would like to tell them where they can find you,
Find me at Corey the Curator. You can find the Snide Show on Snide Studios here on YouTube.
all right. Well, most importantly, stay snide and stay rye.